Hi. So I was thinking about a couple different ethical dilemmas, and one is there's a lot of different projects that I could be involved in at Muskie, and one of the ones that I'll probably end up being least involved with for a couple of reasons, but primarily because I feel like it's work that I have a good sense of, and so it would be like a limited learning curve for me. But if I was to be involved with it, that's where the ethical dilemma comes in, and I think it's a good example of ethical dilemmas that just come up between colleagues. So I am just curious if I was to be involved in this project, or if any of you were in a sort of similar situation, how would you respond? And it gets a little bit at giving feedback to our colleagues and our peers, or bringing up issues that are sort of under the surface but not directly named. So one of the projects is working with young people, high school students, across all three high schools, and bringing them together to be sort of a advisory board to the school district. And there are two really wonderful folks at Muskie working on this project. And I know, sorry, my cat's on my lap. So you gotta go. So one of them, I work closely with a lot of other projects, and my sense with her is that she's really trying to put a lot of time into the planning and design of this youth advisory board. And then the other individual is much more involved in recruitment and um, has more of a one-on-one relationship with a lot of the students involved, based on his role in the community and different aspects. And his interest in the group is a little bit more. He has a particular idea that he wants to see. He has a little bit more of a revolutionary tactic. And one of the things that I've just witnessed in his interactions with young people is that they're really influenced by him, as all of our young people are influenced by are very easily influenced. And so there's this interesting dynamics where there's this one person who is got sort of an agenda of what he'd like to see with this group, and you have this other person who has less of an agenda and less pull, sort of based on relationships with young people, and then you have the two of them sort of meeting together to form this group and plan this group and design this group and do recruitment for these young people. And I'm sort of watching this dynamics as an intern, as somebody who's not going to be directly involved in that project, and thinking like, how would I address this? It's not explicit. It's based on pieces I've heard in interactions with students. It's based on individual conversations with the two of them, and pieces they've said to me. And just overall, it's sort of the beauty of having two people with different viewpoints coming together, and like the possibilities there are really, really rich. But I think some of these things need to get named and sort of brought out up front. I will also say that these two individuals have the support of three other real experts in youth organizing and youth work and youth empowerment work and education work. And so I think they will do really amazing stuff. But if it was just like me and those two, I think it would be really interesting how we would ultimately end up navigating this. So I'd love people's impact or feedback on how you would address it, or thoughts or questions to bring up into terms of planning and design, or conversations about how to really minimize adult influence and control. So thanks.